Good evening. Mr. Chancellor, all is now in readiness for the 2025 Marian University's Ancilla College Commencement program to begin.
Thank you. You may be seated. Well, good evening. Good evening, faculty, staff, proud families, and most importantly, to the 2025 graduating class of Marian University Ancilla College. It is truly an honor to join with you today for this momentous occasion, the fourth graduating class of Marian University Ancilla College, the largest graduating class from Ancilla College, Marian University, and the pioneers, our fourth-year nursing students, our bachelor's degrees, the first time that we've offered bachelor's degrees to our pioneers here today. As Chief Operating Officer of Marian University and Chancellor of the Indianapolis campus, I can't express enough how proud I am of each of you graduates today. You have worked tirelessly to reach this milestone, overcoming challenges and embracing opportunities. Today, you stand as proof of perseverance, dedication, the pursuit of excellence. But today, we honor you, and it's not just about your academic achievements. We celebrate the community that you've built together, the values you've embraced, and the faith that has guided you along the way. Speaking of community and of values, I want to take a moment to acknowledge a group whose spirit has permeated the fabric of Ancilla College for decades, the poor handmaids of Jesus Christ. For decades, their commitment to service, their profound faith, and their tireless efforts have shaped the lives of so many and enriched Ancilla College immeasurably. We are deeply indebted to their legacy, their ongoing presence, their prayers, and their support. Please join me in thanking the poor handmaids of Jesus Christ. Graduates, influenced so deeply by the spirit of the poor handmaids, you are equipped with more than just a degree. You have been instilled with a sense of responsibility, a commitment to justice, and a desire to make a meaningful difference in the world. As you step into the next chapter of your journey, including some of you coming to Indianapolis to finish a 4-year degree, I know that you are forever part of the Marian University family. We are proud to welcome you into an alumni network that spans thousands and thousands of graduates. Congratulations, graduates. You have earned this moment. May you continue to live the mission of Marian University in the future, and may God bless you always. Thank you. Now, please allow me to introduce Stacy Bolikowski to lead us in prayer. Please join the graduates and the platform party, and I ask that all of you please stand for prayer and remain standing for the national anthem.
Please bow your heads. Loving and Creator God, source of all being, we give you thanks for all of our Marian University's Ancilla College graduates and degree recipients celebrating this day. We ask your blessing and continued guidance on each graduate as they embark on their next journey in life. Give them your wisdom and grace to use the education they've received and share their gifts with others, especially those in greatest need. We thank you, O God, for the ongoing opportunity to learn and grow, weaving your truth into our lives so that all of us embrace the beauty of diversity that exists on our earth. May this too continue to be a lifelong journey for each of us gathered here. We invoke your saints, Mary, the Mother of God, St. Francis of Assisi, St. Clare of Assisi, and St. Katerina Casper, that as each of them listened to the voice of God within, each degree recipient may also discern the dreams held in their hearts and to live them out with great faith, hope, and love. We ask all of this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. B, for leading us in prayer to begin this blessed occasion. Please remain standing for the national anthem, which will be played by organist Andrew Jennings. May be seated. At this time, I would like to invite all veterans of the military to stand. Thank you for your resolute commitment. Your dedication to duty exemplifies the highest ideals of service and inspires us all as we embark on our own journey. So if you've served in the military or are a military veteran, will you please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. Well, welcome to Marian University's Ancilla College 2025 Commencement Ceremony. As we celebrate our graduates and distinguished guests, please allow me to introduce some members of the Marian University Board of Trustees that are with us today. Please stand when your name is called and remain standing, and please hold your applause. Toby McGlamrock, Chairman of the Board. John Hart. Sister Joan Miller. Sister Maureen Arvin, Congressional Minister of the Sisters of St. Francis of Oldenburg, and Sister Susan Marie Pellis. In addition, I would like to introduce members of our Board of Visitors. Please stand when your name is called and remain standing. Gary Neindig and Stan Blackie. few more introductions. Finally, I'd like to introduce a few more leaders from Indianapolis. You've already had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Ken Britt, our Chief Operating Officer and Chancellor, Adam Satmeyer, who is our Chief Missions Officer and Director of the Sister Norma Rockledge Franciscan Leadership Institute, Sister Mary Beccianoli, who's the Vice President of Mission Integration, Father Rick Martinetti, Vice President of Mission and Ministry and Franciscan Scholar in Residence, Bill Harding, Dean of Academic Affairs, Scott McNamee, Executive Director of University Ministry, Robert Richardson, Chief of Police, and John Akers, MUPD. Thank you all for your vision and commitment to excellence in higher education and for making an impact on our community. Welcome to MUAC, and my name is Dr. Natalie Tucker. I am the Vice President and Academic Dean here at the college. I'm very excited to be here today to celebrate with all of you your amazing academic journey. My journey, like many of yours, might be very similar. I am a first-generation college student. I'm the first in my family to graduate from college. I'm the oldest of 4 children, and I come from a farm family. I went to college on Pell Grants, school loans, work-study funds, and I normally worked 2 jobs at a time. I never applied for a scholarship, ever. But college is where I found myself, is where I found my passion, my purpose, my talents, my strength and determination. I attended Purdue for 14 years. Now, part of that was as a traditional student, but also to get a master's and a doctorate while working full-time and raising children. But my time, my work, my academics challenged me and taxed me mentally, emotionally, and intellectually. I know your pride, I know your dedication, and I know your challenges. MUAC is part of your journey, and that doesn't end today. My hope is that you will take this education, your personal growth, and your faith into your next steps. Be those transformational learners that society needs you so badly to be. Lead with faith, love, empathy, compassion, intelligence, and humility. In a book called Lead Like You Mean It, LaShonda Ward ends the book with a short anthem, and it goes like this. You are fundamentally a part of my story. Dare I say, a quintessential part of my love letter to life. You believed in me before I believed in myself. You are my rock, who urged me to stand in my power and in my purpose, and I will do so until I can't. Look around this room. This room is filled with people who have been your rock. They've been your support, your encouragers. They believed in you when you were learning, seeking, failing, exploring, and challenging your power and purpose. As we part today, you will leave as graduates and alumni of Marian University. We are very proud of you and your accomplishments and stand strong in that purpose, guided by love, dignity, faith, and gratitude. It is now my pleasure to introduce one of our graduates who is actually among one of our first nursing degree students with a minor in psychology. Please welcome our student speaker, Colleen Aberle.
Hello. Dr. Tucker, Dr. Britt, MUAC and MU Indianapolis faculty and staff, honored guests, family, and friends. I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on behalf of the 2025 graduating class. It's truly an honor. As we graduate today, we are leaving with some fun and crazy memories, as well as some challenging ones. I'm sure many of you know that this journey has not been an easy one for any of us. But we have studied hard, made sacrifices, and made it to our commencement day. If you were invited here today as a family member or friend, it means that you are an influential person in somebody's life and have helped them tremendously on their journey. Whether that support was, hey mom, dad, can I borrow $50? Or, mom, dad, I want to give up, I don't think I can do this anymore. Thank you for all that you have done. I'd also like to thank the faculty and staff that have supported and guided us the entire way. We really do have the best people here at MUAC, and there was never a doubt in my mind that they wanted to see us succeed and to help us in any way that they can. Thank you. Your efforts never gone unnoticed. To the class of 2025, we finally made it to the day we've been looking forward to for so long. I know every one of us has said the famous phrase of, I'm so ready to graduate. And now that we finally are, it is so bittersweet. I want you to look around at the individuals sitting next to you. When we first arrived on campus, most of them were strangers. But now I can confidently say that we are looking at some of the best friends that we have ever had. Friends who we've rolled through the punches with and made so many memories with during the past 2 or 4 years. Even though it feels like it has been a long time, it has really been a short amount of time where we have built strong relationships and have had a big impact on each other. I want you to think about that for a second. We are all moving forward after today. For some of us, we are continuing our educational journeys. For others, we're using our associates or bachelor's degrees to start new careers. We will all start or continue families, make new friends, and go through whatever life may throw at us. Through it all, remember that it is your people who keep you going, who lift you up, congratulate you on your successes, and hold you accountable for your mistakes. So wherever you are, find your people. That being said, never be afraid to make mistakes. Some of us learn things the easy way. That often means listening to those who give great advice. For others, myself included, we learn the hard way by messing up and then deciding, well, I definitely won't be doing that again. Throughout life, we will go through many different challenges, and each one may be something that we have yet to experience. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to ask for help. And taking that tough advice given to you by your parents, grandparents, or coworkers, that is okay too. The people who love you might just be right and lead you to a door that you never thought would be open for you. That being said, don't be afraid to confidently open and boldly walk through the many doors of opportunity that will be on your path from this day forward. Don't be afraid to embrace positive changes, even if they seem a little scary in the moment. Those changes are what can make life interesting, and your life is what you make it. So live your life to the fullest and make it truly yours. Once again, congratulations to my fellow graduates and the Marian University's Ancilla College class of 2025. Thank you and best wishes on your journey.
Thank you, Colleen. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for today's commencement. Susie Light has served as Chief Executive Officer for the Kosciuszko County Community Foundation for nearly 3 decades. It is a blessing to receive wisdom and inspiration from a valued leader in our community. I welcome Susie to the podium.
Dr. Britt, Dr. Tucker, MUAC Board, Board of Visitor members, and dear sisters of the poor handmaids of Jesus Christ. Thank you for inviting me here today to give the commencement address. Faculty and staff, thank you for preparing these students well for their future success. Congratulations, soon-to-be graduates of MUAC, and congratulations to your families and loved ones. I especially want to thank my family who joined me today. Don't tell my family. In 30 years of giving public addresses, they've never heard me. I'm a little nervous. President Elsner reminded me commencement addresses need to be short and sweet because you are here for the main event, your graduation and celebration of you. He also reminded me no one remembers commencement addresses. And of all the commencement addresses I remember one over the years that made 3 points. So I hope that you might remember these 3 points. They are B, C, and F. No, they're not grades. B, be a lifelong learner. Your graduation today isn't the end of your education. Be open to learning new and exciting things. C, changes and challenges, they are inevitable. The education provided you through your time at MUAC will help you navigate future changes and challenges. F, firm in your faith. Live your life in service to your family and your community so that at the end of your life, Jesus may welcome you with open arms and say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Why are these 3 things important? Let me share a story to illustrate through my mom's experiences. Savina Yusik Krawitz was born in Gary, Indiana in 1930. She passed away October 2024, 6 months ago. When I look at the audience and I see your bright faces, I imagine my mom sitting where you were sitting when she graduated from nursing school in 1951. And guess who her teachers were? The Poor Handmaids of Jesus Christ. She graduated from St. Mary Mercy Hospital in Gary, Indiana. Mom's parents sat where your parents are sitting. Marco and Velia Yusik, immigrants from Italy who came to America to pursue their American dream, a brighter future for their children. They understood education was the pathway to their children's bright future, and they were firm in their Catholic faith. Mom met Dad on a blind date. Following Dad's graduation from Purdue, they married at St. Mark's Catholic Church in Gary, Indiana, and promptly moved from the bustling, busy city of Gary, Indiana, to a farm in the cornfields of Mentone, where the silence was deafening. Sounds of Mom's life certainly changed, only to be interrupted by the chirping of crickets, the mooing of cows, and soon the pitter-patter of a lot of little feet. Our family's connection to the Poor Handmaids didn't end with Mom's nursing education. Dad's business was poultry processing, and here at Ancilla, in the 1950s and 60s, the Poor Handmaids raised chickens, and when those chickens were through with their laying cycle, they sold their spent hens to Dad. Mom always said, the sisters were the toughest negotiators. They always got Dad's best prices. In raising children, Mom shared lessons that she learned in nursing school. Busy hands are happy hands. Mom said, you never wanted to be idle when Sister Bernard was watching, or she would put you on bedpan duty. Well, at home we didn't have quite that challenge, but there was always something that needed to be done. Busy hands were happy hands. Mom was a lifelong learner. She had to be, as she navigated learning to be a young wife, the mother of 12 children, a grandmother, an active member of her church and community. She encouraged her children and others as they pursued their educational journey. But her biggest disappointment was that none of her 12 kids became a nurse. Well, Mom said, we don't have a nurse in the family, but I would like to invest in one. So she established the Savina Kralis Nursing Scholarship for Ancilla College in 2008. She got so much joy and satisfaction receiving letters and notes from the scholarship recipients. She prayed for their success. Tomorrow, one of Mom's 37 grandchildren will graduate from nursing school in Florida, proudly honoring Mom by wearing her Ancilla Domini nursing pin. Mom experienced challenges and changes. They happened to all of us. She was no different. Yet I think her nurse's training helped her navigate raising 12 kids and the real challenge of raising teenagers. Her answer to, Mom, I don't feel good, I don't want to go to school today was, get up, take a shower, make your bed, you will feel better. She was right 90% of the time. She experienced other challenges, our dad's illness, his fight with cancer, her widowhood, her Parkinson's disease, and she adapted to changes and challenges with fortitude and grace. Mom remained firm in her faith. Her life was filled with service to her family, community, and church. I think one of my favorite pieces of advice to Mom was when we would say, Mom, I don't know what to do. Her advice was pray. Pray. Throughout her life, she was a great listening board. Our good friend Will Irwin served on the board of Ancilla College, and when his term was ended, he asked me if I'd consider serving. Of course, I asked Mom about it. She strongly encouraged me to say yes. She told me, our family has strong roots at Ancilla, and you are sure to learn from the sisters. I did. Thank you. During my service on the board of Ancilla, 2 dormitories and the Zirkle Dining Hall were built. Mom was able to come to the dedication of the first dormitory, and her comment was, it needs a little more Catholic identity. So if you go to those buildings and you look closely, you'll see beautiful wooden crosses carved from trees that grew here at Ancilla. And if you look closely, you'll see plaques noting that they are there in memory of our grandparents, Joseph and Irene Kralis, and Marco and Valia Usig. And the crosses in the dining hall are there in honor of Mom and Dad, Jerry and Savina Kralis, who had strong roots at Ancilla, with the poor handmaids, firm in their faith. I believe Jesus welcomed them with open arms, saying, well done, good and faithful servant. I hope you'll remember the 3 points, B, C, and F. Be a lifelong learner. Your graduation today is not the end of your education. Be open to learning new things your whole life. C, challenges and changes are inevitable. The education you received here at MUAC will help you navigate future changes and challenges. F, be firm in your faith. Live your life in service to your family and to your community, so that at the end of your life, Jesus may welcome you with open arms, saying, well done, good and faithful servant. I know I will be following Mom's advice. I will be praying for you and your bright future. So let's get on with graduation and celebrate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie, for sharing those inspiring words. I now have the pleasure of awarding the honorary degrees along with Dr. Britt. Honorary degrees have been an important means of colleges and universities' dedication to the insurmountable ideals of higher education and to recognize leaders who have lived lives of distinguished service to humanity through their given calling and profession. It is in honoring the recipients of these honorary degrees that institutions of higher learning illuminate the value and the aspirations of universities, especially ones such as Marian University, that seek to prepare transformational leaders for service to the world. The practice of awarding honorary degrees dates back to the 12th century, when popes and emperors exercised that privilege to honor great persons. The conferring of honorary degrees obviously is no longer limited to such dignitaries as popes and emperors. However, the rationale for the honor is no less important today than it was 8 centuries ago. The honorary degree recipient has earned this recognition by dedicating many years of service to society, to the arts, to the profession, or to an ideal. The candidates receiving honorary degrees today from Marian University exemplify the finest of those persons dedicated to the broad range of human aspirations and service. As I now present the candidate for this honorary degree, Toby McLamrock, Marian University Board of Trustees Chair, and Dr. Ken Britt, Chief Operating Officer and Chancellor of Marian University Indianapolis campus, will escort the candidates to center stage. Susie M. Light. Recipient of a Doctorate of Public Service. Susan M. Light is the CEO of Susan Light Consulting, LLC, where she supports and empowers nonprofit organizations through strategic guidance. Previously, she had served as CEO of the Kosciuszko Community Foundation, where her leadership left a lasting impact on the region's philanthropic landscape. A dedicated advocate for education and community, Light has served on various boards, including the Indiana Humanities, Orthodox, and Ancilla College. Her contributions have earned her numerous honors, including the Sagamore of the Wabash and the 2024 Community Catalyst Award. Marian University recognizes Susie Light by bestowing upon her the Doctor of Public Service.
Susie Light, by virtue of the power entrusted by the Marian University Board of Trustees, the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service is conferred on you with all the rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations.
Anthony Ross, recipient of a Doctorate of Communications. Accepting this posthumous award for Tony Ross today is Jennifer Arvison and Chris Ross. Anthony "Tony the Boss" Ross was a beloved on-air personality and sports director for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, serving the Knox and Plymouth communities. A proud Ancilla College and Purdue University alumnus, Tony was a passionate advocate for Marian University Ancilla College, lending his voice to campus life through interviews, commercials, and game broadcast. His excellence in broadcasting earned him multiple accolades, including the IHSAA Distinguished Media Service Award. Today, we honor his legacy and celebrate his deep connection to our community alongside his loving family and friends.
Jennifer and Chris, by virtue of the power entrusted by the Marian University Board of Trustees, this honorary degree of Doctor of Communication is conferred posthumously upon Anthony Ross with all the rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations.
We are at the moment in our celebration where we will confer diplomas to our graduates. The graduates who will be coming across the stage in a few minutes have earned the right and honor to possess a degree from Marian University. The essence of today's ceremony is to celebrate the combined outstanding work of our faculty, staff, and administration working with these students as teachers, mentors, coaches, and helpers in their pursuit of earning a degree from this university. Marian University's legacy of providing an education that profoundly transforms lives, society, and the world is only possible because of the knowledge, love, skill, and faith of the faculty and staff. Considering their exceptional contributions to these graduates, I'd like the faculty and staff to stand so we can give them an applause. Please stand. You may be seated. To ensure that we give each graduate their proper recognition and honor in the dignity of this ceremony, we request that the audience withhold applause until the end and all degrees have been awarded. Will the candidates for all degrees please stand? Dr. Britt, the candidates standing before you and whose names appear on the printed program are eligible to receive the Marian University Associate Degree or bachelor's degree based on the certification of the registrar. The all degree requirements have been met. The diploma reads as follows. Be it known to all whom this presents shall come, the Board of Trustees of Marian University, on the recommendation of the faculty, has conferred upon the candidate with all rights, privileges, and honors everywhere pertaining to that degree. Given by Marian University Indianapolis on the 3rd day of May 2025. State a second. It's the second, sorry. And signed by the chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Marian University's President and Chief Academic Officer and Provost. I am pleased to present the candidates in order that you may confer upon them their degrees. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees, Marian University will now confer upon each one of these members of the class of 2025 the degree as specified. The listing of degree candidates in the program includes those who have graduated in December of 2024, May of 2025, and that will complete in August of 2025. They will all receive recognition and congratulations from all of us today. Will the first row of graduates file into the left wing? Remaining rows, please be seated.
Graduates, you will be presented by program and specialty. We will now begin the presentation of candidates. Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Nursing, Catherine M. Buckland. Ariana R. Gramsa. Alexis Danielle King. Abigail Rose Montgomery. Keely Renee Quackenbush. Sophie Willie. Jenna K. Yazel. Destiny Marie Young. Liberal arts with a specialization in elementary education. Trinity Renee Bogard. Mia Bell Hyatt. Associate in Arts. Liberal arts with a specialization in communication and English. Kaya Unin Raby. Demore Watson. Exode Coda Minga. Emily Hannah Rains. Liberal arts with a specialization in organizations and society. Abelardo Raboyo. Liberal arts with a specialization in social sciences. Nasia Goss. Kylie Lene Hurd. Abigail Marie Witt. Associate in Science. Agriculture with a specialization in ag business. Joshua Kling. Agriculture with a specialization in animal science. Yasmin Lee Krause. Adoration Rodriguez Dvorak. Emily Nicole K. Marzine. Daniela Ruiz Baca. Sarah Michelle Tepp. Xavier Leslie Zimmerman. Business with a specialization in general business. Caitlin Diana Bryan. Jaden Lee Franceschina. Jacob Andrew Hobbs. Samantha Lynn Hoffman. Elizabeth Mahan. John Morgan. Samantha Lou Perry. Kanye Roberson. Blaze Landon Schultz. Dennis Weston. Business with a specialization in sales and supply chain management. Cooper Roman Georgievsky. Beauty Santiago. David Wayne Shattuck. Business with a specialization in sport management. Tyree Gregory. Sean Pierre Kimball. Santiago Andres Morales. Bolan Adetoye. Tolu Lope Stephen Oluwafemi. Dante Porch. Jaden Xavier Sanders. Traven Schoaf. Isaiah John Steinhilber. Exercise science with a specialization in exercise science. Brooklyn Nicole Cooper. Brooke Schrader. Exercise science with a specialization in nutrition, fitness, and wellness. Abigail Marie Heaston. Trenton Edward Platts. Exercise science with a specialization in sport performance. Sophie Renee Francis. Moises Franco. Nico Joseph Golia. Autumn Chantel Garling. Javier Alejandro Guerra. Darren Lamar Isom Jr. Merrick Declan Robinson. Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Nyoka Latrice Ashford. Amy Teresa Bales. Ayana Butler. Colleen Hazel Eberly. Catherine N. forward. Erica Lorraine Roberts. Erin Marie Stacy. Can we all give all the graduates a round of applause, please?
You have now been invested in the regalia, which signifies your degree, and you have received the degree in the ceremony today. You may now move your tassel from the left to the right of your cap. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the class of 2025. Thank you, graduates, and congratulations. Dr. Britt, the conferring of degrees has been completed. I will now ask Sister Mary Beccinoli to come forth for the blessing and the commissioning of the graduates, followed by the benediction. Following the conclusion of prayer, we will request that guests remain seated while waiting for the recession to begin.
Good evening. I am Sister Mary Beccinoli, a Sister of St. Francis from Oldenburg, Indiana, and a first-generation college student. I graduated from Marian in 1978. I actually was born in the hospital where Susie's mom was working or received her degree, St. Mary's Mercy in Gary. I grew up in Hobart, so I'm a region person. I currently serve as Vice President for Mission Integration at the Indianapolis campus. On behalf of my congregation, the Sisters of St. Francis of Oldenburg, as well as the members of the Poor Handmaids of Jesus Christ, I want to extend our congratulations to you on this amazing accomplishment. You are amazing. You have reached a goal, and that is a cause for celebration. Earlier in the ceremony, I handed you a San Damiano cross. And you probably have seen that cross before. There's a big one in Zirkle Commons. But that cross is a symbol that is important to us as a Franciscan community. It is important to us because this is the cross, the icon that St. Francis was praying in front of when he heard his call to go and rebuild my church. He was a young guy, he didn't know what he was supposed to do, so he's in this church praying and he hears God say, go and rebuild my church. Francis thought, I can do that, I can be a construction worker. So he went out and he gathered stones and he started fixing this building. And he did that for about 3 churches before he realized that was not his call. His call was actually to help the people of God, the church, as in the people of God, better follow the gospel. We believe that each of us has a call, a vocation, and we need to listen to that voice within ourselves, that voice within other people, to hear what that call is. The story of Francis is important because he didn't exactly know what he was supposed to do, but he didn't just sit around and go, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, so I'm going to sit here and wait until I figure it out. He did something. He did what he thought he was called to do, and he made a difference for those churches. And then later he realized the depth of his call. He realized that his call was a little bit deeper than that, but he still had acted. And you may think, I don't know what I'm going to do beyond tomorrow, and that's okay. But you need to take steps. You need to continue to be of service. You need to continue to be a light for our world. Keep listening, keep paying attention, and your call will continue to unfold for you. So please remember that you are in our hearts and prayers every day. The sisters at our Mother House, the sisters here, will continue to pray for you. And if you ever have special prayer needs, please let us know, and we will continue to pray for those things. So as we begin, or as we close, we're not beginning, not starting over. As we close our evening together, I wanted to offer a prayer, knowing that we are in the presence of God, and God is always in our presence. Let us pause to remember all who are celebrating today, our graduates, their loved ones, the MUAC faculty and staff, as well as everybody who is gathered here today. This prayer is a blessing for each of you and for all of us in our Marian community. May God bless us with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that we may live deep within our hearts. May God bless us with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation, so that we may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless us with tears to shed for those who suffer, so that we may reach out our hearts and hands to offer them comfort and hope. And may God bless us with enough foolishness to believe that we can make a difference in our world, so that we can do what others claim cannot be done, to bring justice and kindness to all peoples and our planet. Amen.